Alright, man, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because I have a really busy day today. It's 6 in the morning, so I decided to make this video. Let's talk about Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points. Now, first of all, before I gotta say what I gotta say, congratulations to Bam. He broke Kobe Bryant's record, man, and it's so bittersweet because 20 years of that record being unbroken. Obviously, I'm a Kobe fan. Uh, so I can't really downgrade what you call it, Bam's milestone. That's what I was trying to say. I don't want to discredit Bam's milestone entirely, but the general fan reaction to this has been mixed. Now, what do I mean by that? In that game, Bam shot 43 free throws and he made 6 of them. Obviously, he made 20 out of 29 field goals or some crazy number like that, bro. And number two, it was against the Washington Wizards, who are without both Trae Young and Anthony Davis. Trae only played a couple games for the Atlanta Hawks leading up to this point, and AD has not suited up at all since being traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Washington Wizards. Uh, and then they were up by 20 plus. And the thing about Kobe's 81 versus Bam's 83 is that in that game from January 2006, where Kobe scored 81, the Lakers were down by 15. The Heat in this game were up by 20-ish points, like I said. And to some people, it made the record look less impressive than what it really was. Again, I ain't trying to discredit Bam's performance entirely because, again, 83 is 83 no matter how you score it. And I know this means something to Bam, surpassing Kobe. I don't know if Bam was a Kobe fan growing up, but, even with that, bro, it's just like I saw parts of that game, and the Wizards were just intentionally fouling him, and the Heat players were intentionally fouling the Wizards players just so they can get the ball back and they can feed Bam a lot more. And that being said, I do respect Eric Spoelstra for keeping Bam in the game because, it is a record breaking night. I saw Bam drop 31 points in a quarter. He had 43 at the half. I'm just like, okay, he might go for 60, he might go for 70, and then Spo might take him out. And this decision by Spo, man, it had a lot of mixed reactions. I personally respect the fact that Spo left him in just so he can break the record. Some people had a problem with that because the game was already over and Miami scored 150 to Washington's 129, even though both sides were scoring a lot of their points in crunch time, not crunch time, in garbage time, I should say. Garbage time. I was about to say clutch time, as if this game was close at all. But nah, man, I don't know what to really make of this performance. I mean, it is a great milestone, but I don't want to be one of those guys that say, "Oh my gosh, he was absolutely trash" or whatever, or the game was absolutely trash. I can understand why a lot of people think that though, but I understand why people do give that some respect too, because again, 83 is 83 points, no matter how you slice and dice it. I mean, can you imagine though that if a guy like Luca, who dropped 73 a couple years ago, I think it was 2023 or 2024, it was one of those years, and then you have a guy like SGA who is accused of being a foul baiter, even though Shea knows how to draw fouls, and even without the free throws, he could still give your favorite team 30, 40 points, right? But imagine if Luca and Shea did that, and they took the amount of free throws that Bam took in last night's game against Washington. Bro, there would be so much freaking outrage, bro, and people would be calling for Adam Silver's job. I mean, to an extent, they kind of are now, especially with the controversy going on with the Atlanta Hawks with the whole Magic City thing, where Luke Cornett actually spoke out against that. I'm not gonna give too much thoughts about it. I do think that story is hilarious. I'm just like, wow, the NBA is promoting a strip club. Now, I ain't never been to Atlanta, but I've heard about the city. I heard about the culture. I got some friends that are from the ATL, man. So they probably know about that story better than I do. Because Atlanta canceled their Magic City night against the Orlando Magic or whatever the hell. I don't know, man. That's a weird story to me. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the whole Giannis Kalshi controversy. If y'all don't know what Kalshi is a betting gambling site. It kind of works like DraftKings and FanDuel. And speaking of which, LeBron and Shaquille O'Neal doing FanDuel ads. I already made my video about the whole gambling controversy with Damon Jones, Chauncey Billups, and Terry Rozier, but I ain't gonna get into that. But going back to that performance, man, again, I understand the fan reaction on both sides. Some people actually respected the fact that he broke Kobe's record, and I do believe if Kobe were alive, Kobe would have been as impressed with Bam breaking the record. But at the same time, I understand why people didn't like it because a lot of people were thinking that, yo, this ain't ethical basketball, man. You know, the Washington Wizards were quadruple teaming. They were setting their whole starting five at Bam, and then the Heat players were intentionally fouling the Wizards players on the floor just so they can get the ball back and they can have Bam score free throws and all the other stuff. But if y'all want my personal take on it, I do think it was interesting to watch, and it kind of helps that the Heat were already on a roll anyway. I think Bam scoring 83 as someone who averaged 19 a game. Like, after this performance, bruh, like, this dude went from averaging, like, what, 19.1, and now he's at 20 a game. And Bam has always been a consistent 18 to 22 point per game scorer, especially during the Jimmy Butler days. And I think he even has a bigger role in the offense now since Jimmy's departure last season. But man, I really don't know what to think of this because, you know, Bam is a great player. He is a really good player. And again, I do not want to diminish his accomplishments and I do not want to diminish what he did last night against Washington. But I don't personally feel like some don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like one of those things where it's just like, you know, you want to be happy with like a certain accomplishment, but you just felt like something was missing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just like the overall lack of competitiveness. I know the Wizards are tanking, so that ain't helping their case. But, you know, 83 is 83, and I'm happy that Bam got his. And, you know, that guy did go crazy until, like, the Miami Heat decided to just intentionally foul players just so they can get the ball back for Bam to break the record. But, you know, man, congrats to Bam. I can't really hate on it. I know some of y'all are going to say that, oh, man, that's just how the NBA is now. Some of y'all are also going to say that, shoot, the players play no defense and all that other stuff. And then some of y'all are also going to say that this was the problem with the NBA with just like, you know, players just getting free throws at will. And I don't know, man. It's still a great thing, and I'm happy for Bam. I'm just surprised. For me, I'm just surprised it wasn't Steph Curry. I know Klay Thompson scored 60 in a quarter. I'm surprised it's not Shea. Luka was like 8 points away from breaking the record, and I thought his 73 was a little more impressive than Bam. Again, not diminishing it at all or with what Bam did. I just feel like Luka's 73 was more impressive. Kobe's 81 was more impressive, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Kobe fan. Well, okay, well, I'm partially saying it because I'm a Kobe fan. But yeah, 83 points, 20 years in the making. Records were always meant to be broken. And to some of y'all, it may not have been the best thing. And to some of y'all other people, uh, shoot. It's like it is what it is at that point. It is what it is, right? But yeah, man, I do have another video talking about the Eastern Conference outlook overall. I'm probably going to post that tomorrow because, again, I have a very busy day today. And I don't think I'll have any time to finish the video today, but for sure tomorrow I will have the video finished and uploaded. I will talk about the teams like the Detroit Pistons, the Boston Celtics, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the New York Knicks, and then I also talk a bit about the Charlotte Hornets as well because the Hornets have been on the uprise. I do talk about the Miami Heat in that bit as well. So I just decided to get on here really quick and take 9-10 minutes of y'all time today whenever y'all watching this. And let y'all know that Bam just broke Kobe Bryant's record for the second most points all time. Again, I would never have thought it would have been Bam. I would have thought it'd been SGA. I would have thought it'd been Luka. I damn sure would have thought it'd been Nikola Jokic for sure because that guy's a freaking unicorn. I definitely would have thought it would have been Steph Curry at one point, but no. It was always Bam Adebayo. And I don't know exactly how to feel about that because I don't want to come off as hating, but I don't want to come off as meat riding for or simping for today's NBA, right? So let me know y'all honest thoughts in the comments below. What do y'all think of Bam's 83-point performance? Did y'all like it or not? More NBA content coming soon. If y'all are new to the channel, give me a like and subscribe and all that other good stuff. That's the end of this video. I'm X. Deuces.